let it. Run into the bag like I'm so athletic. I've been up since 6, making hits like tennis. I've been on fire, I just need my credit. Wanna go far, need to change my settings. Reaching for the stars, on my feet touch heaven. I've been head first, bitch, already want seconds. 100-meter dash when I step out. She say I'm the best out. I just had to go and get some shit up on my chest now. Hotel I just checked out. Shows I'm about to sell out. I spent way too long up in this city, need to get out. I've been over it.
You're listening to Dwayne Ashford in the car. See that guy bringing you Street Now Sports one day before the start date of the U.S. Open 2020. The Street Now Sports Report is carrying on from a couple of days prior to the start date of our coverage of the U.S. Open. New York, the Big Apple. Grand Slam is what they call it. It's U.S. Open. It's Terry Ashford, Street Now Sports in the car. See that guy. But you've heard a couple of days of reporting from the InDaCaRSeat that guy on tennis. We're going to carry it on today. Today is Sunday. It's August 30th, one day before. And we're going to give you some computation on who we think is going to win, who we think have the potential of winning, and why we think they will. We're not giving our hopes. I'm not saying we don't care about who wins, but we want to give everybody the opportunity to do their best. But we also see something in some of the players that indicate they might be the chosen one this tournament. And so we're speaking on that today. And Dwayne Ashford is speaking on an article from Martina Navratilova, one of our greats, who sees what the commutator Dwayne Ashford sees in Naomi Osaka. Navratilova says she thinks that Naomi Osaka can make it far in the draw, could even win it. Well, I believe the same thing. So I'm going to talk on that this morning. Coming up next on Street Now Sports.
I really like Navratilova's assertion regarding Naomi Osaka and her bid for the U.S. Open title this year. I really think that Navratilova is on to something there. The fact that Naomi Osaka can make a huge impact this year at the U.S. Open. I mean, she's shown that she can win against the best. She's shown that she can fight. She's shown that she has beliefs and that she's fighting for something. You know, there is a saying that if you fall for everything, if you can't fight for anything or something like that, something as it goes, you fall for anything if you stand for everything. And, I like the fact, I love the fact that Naomi Osaka is fighting for something that you may not believe in, or you may not believe is possible, should I say. Or you may have been told or shown that such feat might be rarely possible. Let's just say that you might even believe it's impossible. I like the fact that Naomi Osaka fights like we're going to change your mind about what you think is possible. And I like that fact. Navratilova speaks about that in an article, the WTA Tour website. And I am totally in agreement with Navratilova. Just want to give a shout out. It's Terry Ashford, by the way. We are here in Washington, D.C. We are commentating on the U.S. Open 2020. And you're listening to Street Now Sports Tennis, specifically. Street Now Sports Tennis, specifically. I'm Terry Dwayne Ashford. I'm the InDaCaRSeat, that guy, giving you a little commentation on who we think is going to win. I really do think that Naomi Osaka has a chance to win again. I've seen her shots. I've seen how she...
Terry Ashford here. We have a 20-minute show for you today. We're going to split that 20-minute show up in 4 segments for you, 4 5-minute segments, and we want you to stay with us throughout this show. Street Now Sports, tennis specifically. I'm Terry Dwayne Ashford. They're in the car. See that guy?
I know you're watching from afar. You feel my ache and you see all my scars. Like a rising star, I'll put you to bed. I know my flaws and all my mistakes. It's all the stuff
Let us now take you to part 2 of Street Now Tennis Sports today with Terry Dwayne Ashford.
Competition on who we think is going to win. I really do think that Naomi Osaka has a chance to win. Again, I've seen her shots. I've seen how she rocks and rolls it on the court. I really, really do think that she has a good chance of winning. She's smart. She's strong. And she's determined. Those are just 3 attributes that I see that's going well for her. But I see also those attributes going well for other players as well. So I personally think it's which one is going to execute those things better on the court, given that it all lies between the braids, between the head, between the ears, should I say, within the braids. I'm Terry Dwayne Ashford, reporting for Street Now Sports Tennis.
There is another match brewing on the women's side that we may have not spoken a whole lot about, but I think it's a very intriguing match as well. We're going to bring it out for you right now. Serena versus Sloane Stephens. Very, very intriguing match. You know, Stephens has beaten Serena at the Australian Open, I think the year was 2018 or something of that nature. And Sloane Stephens is also a U.S. Open champion, prior U.S. Open champion. The route to that trophy championship, she beat Venus Williams. Up and coming here at the U.S. Open 2020, there might be a brewing match between Sloane Stephens. Is she going to take the crown again? You know, Sloane has also been in a rivalry herself with Naomi Osaka. I think. Don't know the head-to-head on that, but we're going to bring that back to you later. But I think Sloane might even have a slight edge over Naomi Osaka in their match play. But we're going to give you more information on that. But there is a little rivalry going on there as well. And the intriguing match, too, is Sloane Stephens versus Serena. Might be coming up for us. Sloane has beaten her. Sloane has the strength and the power that Serena has. 2 slightly different games, but very interesting. I think it all boils down in that match in terms of who's going to win, who's going to lose. I think it's who thinks better, who takes their opportunities better, and also it depends on fitness. Serena's fitness and can really, really hamper her play and her movement in ways that not sure if Serena sees it yet to this point. But sometimes her movement, it looks different. It feels different to us watching when Serena is not as fit. That means that she runs like a basketball player on the tennis court to me when she's out of shape because she's breathing hard trying to get to the ball. But when her fitness is in check, she's running like a tennis player, smooth sailing. It looks artistic on the tennis court. I look at that and I can see that, if Serena's weight is, or not weight, but should I say fitness is out of check at all, with Sloane Stephenson's ability to play the black backboard and the weight on the right side, she could really give Serena another run for money. All that power that Serena brings, Sloane can handle it. Sloane can handle your power, or the power. And Sloane can bring a little power of her own. And we like to see that. So that's another intriguing match. It's coming up. We're going to give you more on that. We're going to give you more on when those matches are slated for within the draw. And we're also going to bring more information on the draw itself. And I'm sorry, not the draw. The head-to-head of these players. Sloane versus Naomi Osaka, Sloane versus Serena Williams, and etc. We talked a whole lot about Coco Gauff. I personally do not think it's Coco Gauff's time to win the tournament. I like her ability to move, deep within the draw, but I don't think it's her time to win the tournament. Break here from the sports show. I'm going to give you a little music here to enjoy yourself just for a moment. Take an intermission here. We talk about a lot about tennis. You probably want to take some of that and kind of let it stir in your brain a bit. And why don't you jump up and go grab a glass of wine, a glass of water, or soda or something. Come right on back to this show with InDaCarSeat, DaTGuY. You're listening to StreetNOW Sports, tennis specifically. You're now been taken to part 3 of the StreetNOW Sports, tennis specifically, with Dwayne Ashford, the one and only InDaCarSeat, DaTGuY. I personally do not think it's Coco Gauff's time to win the tournament. I like her ability to move, deep within the draw, but I don't think it's her time to win the tournament. And I'm not sure if I see the maturity yet in other aspects that it takes to be a champion yet for a 16-year-old right now to make it all the way through. So I see Gauff going to the 4th round, maybe quarters. I have not placed Sloane Stephens out of my mind. I would love to see that match. I think Sloane would have to pick it up a little bit more and not wait as much or as long when she's playing against Serena. She needs to go ahead and take the shots and put it to her. But it's an intriguing match that's coming up, and that's another one that Serena has to get through. Like I said yesterday, sometimes winners can be winners because you on the other side of the net. Scared to play, thinking they've already won. Well, they ain't even played yet. Get out there and play like you're supposed to play. Well, the winner that you've already presumptuously accepted as your winner may not even win. So play the game. Get out there to play. Don't just stop. Don't assume they're going to win. And I don't think, I think Sloane Stephens has the attitude, the mentality, the strength, the confidence to challenge Serena. So that's another one that Serena will have to get through before she gets to our number 1 seeded player on the top half of the draw, Karolina Pliskova. We don't want to count out those others, but that's another formidable opponent too that we're waiting to see how she plays before we talk about her. She has a booming serve, booming and accurate. And if Serena happens to get a chance to play against Pliskova, then her fitness will play a role. See, Pliskova.